Hey guys, Ron here. Tonight I'm doing something a little bit different just because of circumstance. I couldn't get to where I wanted to. Oh, look at that crowd. So I'm going to show you a little bit of Venice at night. Actually, I'm starting out on Abbot Kinney here, street that goes through. Haven't been here in a while. And then I'll cut down closer to the ocean, and then we'll head into a little bit of Santa Monica. This is kind of a trendy street, as you can see, but there are certainly areas of Venice. Okay, I got 30 people crossing the street now. Must be bars. Yep, bar. Dead in the winter and dead during the week at night, but it's a Friday night, so yeah, this is how I'm spending it. Anyway, I'm here doing my service to you. Really close to hitting people so I got to be careful because people just go, they just walk and they just drive, and probably been doing some drinking already. By midnight, it'll be really crazy. So, I think these days, Venice is probably best well known for the fact that there's an unbelievable homeless crisis going on. In fact, our esteemed councilman, who has been under fire, it took a long time, a lot longer than I thought, but actually, he's being recalled. There's a recall effort going underway for this guy, for our esteemed West Side councilman. Recently, a homeless person set fire to a woman's home and also killed her dog. And I don't think he had anything to say in public about it, but I think that finally stirred the more liberal elements of Los Angeles, and it's just about all liberal elements in Los Angeles, to the fact that even though everyone wants to treat this homeless situation in a very compassionate way, really something has to be done. That was kind of a lightning rod event. So anyway, maybe they'll clean it up, but your guess is as good as mine. Every big city in America has pros and cons, right? So now we're going to head down to Pacific Avenue. I think it's Avenue. Pacific is basically the last street before the ocean here. There's people just hanging out on the sidewalk, and lots of bicycles. The homeless travel in bikes, but not just the homeless. All kinds of people are on bicycles. A lot of bikes get stolen, and a lot of people who are commonly referred to as tweakers. That's a drug term. I don't know exactly what it means, but I know it's a drug term. They're on bikes a lot, looking for drugs. Holy baloney. That sounded like a gunshot, but I have a feeling it was fireworks. So, when we can finally turn, the traffic is really unbelievable. I guess I'm more used to coming here during the week. Okay, what's going on? Okay, you gotta go, pal. I'll pause until we can actually... Alright, well here's a good spot. Windward, Venice and Windward. Or Pacific and Windward. That sign, that Venice sign, was used in the... I guarantee you, 99.99% of the people here don't know this fact. But that Venice sign was used in the movie Touch of Evil. 1958 movie from the great Orson Welles. Filmed it down here. Wow, calling out for chicken tenders. So it's really loud now with the music. Probably won't be able to hear me. Well, obviously I'll have to take a different way home, because that's really crazy at that intersection. It's okay. I will take Lincoln Boulevard, which is pretty sketchy, but as long as I don't get out of the car, it'll be okay. So these homes that we're passing now, these apartments, see, here we go again. It's just people just wander out in the middle. I really got to be careful. They wander out from nowhere. Didn't used to be, well, I was going to say it didn't used to be quite this bad, but I've been around here for many years, and it's always been pretty much like that. But I think the amount of people just aimlessly wandering out into the street, walking or on scooters or on bikes, I think it's more than it used to be. But I've been here in the dead of winter, I've been here in the heights of summer, and it's always pretty crazy. You can't really see, but these homes here, about a block down is the ocean. So, you know, we're talking ocean front here. There's the ocean. Now, when we I've heard, I didn't know this, but when you cross, and we're going to be crossing soon from Venice into the next town, which is Santa Monica. Santa Monica has very different rules concerning like overnight on the sidewalk and all kinds of different things. So Santa Monica's kind of a bit of a different animal, which is interesting because Santa Monica actually used to be a lot more like Venice, a lot more, I don't want to say bohemian, that's an outdated term. Hippie, that's really outdated. They're both outdated. Kind of more like Berkeley, like Telegraph Avenue, but Santa Monica's tightened up its restrictions just a little bit. And I think it's because they don't want the tourists to run away. Tourists and, you know, businesses. Alright, well, this isn't very interesting to you, but in a minute we'll be in a more interesting area. See you in a minute. Okay, well, here's a more interesting area. So we're getting into Santa Monica now. And that's an old motel, the Ocean Lodge with no vacancy. I find that hard to believe, but maybe it's true. So we're getting near the Santa Monica Pier, where it's always pretty crazy. Got some boom and bass behind me as usual, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me over it. So we're at Venice, we're at Pacific and Olympic. This street Olympic runs all the way into downtown Los Angeles. All these streets do. They run from the ocean to downtown, and that's gotta be, oh, I don't know, maybe 30, 40 miles? Maybe not that many. That's gotta be at least 30 miles, I would think. I may be wrong about that. Wilshire, Pico, Santa Monica Boulevard, like I said, Olympic, they all run all the way from the ocean to downtown. So I was out here a couple nights ago. It was during the week. It's pretty quiet, kind of mellow. Gets to a Friday, Saturday night, and gets crazy. It gets just crazy. But the good thing is, I don't live here. I could just drive here, and I can leave here. So now we're in the heart of Santa Monica. That's a lot of people out there. Kind of looks like Miami Beach or something, huh? I think that's a new restaurant. Either that or that's new outside down here. Plus there's so many scooters. Really dangerous. These guys hold up traffic and they could easily be hit. But again, as long as I'm careful, that's all that matters. I won't hit them. Hopefully they won't get hit by anybody else. But they do hold up the traffic. It's Boa Steakhouse. I was by here 2 or 3 nights ago. It was dead out there. Pretty crowded now. So this is Palisades Park. I have vlogged to you from here. I think I have I? Well, at night I have. I'm not sure about during the day. So this park runs for several miles from Santa Monica Pier. Well, I passed the pier entrance. Sorry about that. This park runs for several miles from the pier north to a street called San Vicente. So basically into the border of Pacific Palisades. And it's a, yeah, I have vlogged from here. I've shown you Peter Lawford's house from here. It's a park along the ocean. It's a cliff along the ocean and the park. And tons of people during the day jogging, sunbathing, with dogs, doing yoga, lifting weights. I've done all that there except yoga. Food trucks are out. It's pretty crazy. Oh, I gotta get over, because if I don't get over, I'm gonna end up down on the Pacific Coast Highway. I've got that left turn. Okay. Here's Wilshire Boulevard. So what I'm gonna do is come over to the park here. I'm gonna look out on the ocean and review this video I've just made for you. That was a little ride, folks, from Venice into Santa Monica, and hopefully I'll get a spot to park. Alright, folks, well, thank you very much for watching and listening. Like I said, here's the famous Wilshire Boulevard. It runs to downtown LA. Thanks for watching and listening. By the way, folks, if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. And if you do subscribe, please hit the little bell icon next to the subscription button, and then you'll know when I post. Also, please give the channel likes. I would really appreciate that, because that's what moves everything along, gives me the traction I need so people can see the channel. Thanks very much again, and I'll see you folks at the next location. Bye-bye.